Yo, what's up guys? My name is Matthew Curtella. I'm a 17-year-old bodybuilder and I've been training seriously for about a year and a half now. When I first started, my bench press was stuck at 135 pounds for just one rep, and trust me, I thought I'd never move past that. But after dialing in my training, my form, and the way I recovered, I was able to hit 225 within the first 4 months. And eventually, I worked my way up to 280 before I even turned 17. I know the bench is one of the most popular lifts in the gym, and it's also the lift that most guys get stuck on. So today, I'm going to break down the top 5 things that help me grow my bench the fastest. If you're someone who feels stuck at a plate or two, or you just want to finally break through to that next milestone, these tips are going to help you do exactly that. First things first, you're going to want to find a program. When you're just starting out, you can get away with going in and doing random workouts, but eventually that's going to stop working. You'll hit a plateau and it will feel like no matter how much you push, the weight just isn't moving. That's where a structured program comes in. A good program gives you a plan to follow day by day, week by week, and it builds in something called progressive overload, which basically means you're adding weight, reps, or volume over time, so your body has no choice but to adapt. Following a program also takes the guesswork out of training. You don't walk into the gym wondering, what should I hit today? You already know what's written down. And by the time you finish the program, you're meant to test your max and actually see the results of all the consistent work. For me, getting on a program was the turning point for just lifting weights to actually getting stronger every single week. Second tip, try using a slightly wider grip. A lot of beginners naturally bench with their hands closer in, which puts more stress on the triceps and shoulders. When you slide your grip out just a bit wider, you'll activate more chest and shorten the range of motion, and usually find you can push heavier weight more safely. Now I'll be real, the second I started benching this way, my numbers started blowing up. But I also want to point out that this isn't a one-size-fits-all rule. People are built differently. Arm length, shoulder width, and overall frame all matter. So experiment with hand placement and find the width where you feel the strongest and safest. For me, a slightly wider grip changed everything. Tip 3, arch your back just enough. This stabilizes your shoulders, engages your lats, and most importantly, shortens the range of motion per rep. Essentially meaning you can press heavier weight. The way I set into this is by grabbing onto the bar and pulling behind with my feet planted, and then relocating with the new arch applied to my form. Tip number 4, plant your feet and use leg drive. A lot of people think bench is all upper body, but your lower body plays a huge role too. By keeping your feet firmly planted and driving through your legs as you press, it's like adding extra horsepower to the lift. The second you let your feet slip or get loose, you lose all that additional stability and support. Leg drive locks your whole body into the bench, and when you combine it with your arch and tight grip, you're basically turning the lift into a full body movement. It might sound like a small detail, but when you're going for a heavy single or a new max, this detail can literally make or break the lift. And lastly, tip number 5. On the way down, tuck your elbows in just slightly. I see a lot of people flaring their elbows way out, and that puts a ton of unnecessary stress on your shoulders. By tucking just a bit, you protect your joints and make sure the bar is coming down in the right path to hit your chest properly. This adjustment might feel small at first, but it's one of those game changer details. For me, once I fixed the elbow position, I noticed my bench felt smoother and I can control heavier weight without the shoulder pain. Honestly, this last tip alone could be the reason you add extra 5 pounds to your max in a short time. To throw in an extra little piece of advice, don't just live and die by flat barbell bench. Supplement your bench press with some incline pressing or dumbbell variations. Incline pressing is going to target more of your upper chest, which not only balances your physique, but also gives you more overall pressing strength. Dumbbells, on the other hand, force each side of your body to work independently, which helps fix imbalances and build stability you can carry back into the barbell bench. Even something like incline Smith machine presses can keep you locked in and focused on pushing heavier weight without worrying about stabilizing the bar. The key here is variety. You don't want to neglect the big lift itself, but adding these accessories around it will fill in the gaps and help you grow your bench faster than just hammering flat barbell over and over and over again. If you implement these tips consistently, your bench is going to grow faster and safer, and you'll be hitting new PRs in no time. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to follow for more strength tips, walkthroughs, and techniques to help you take your lifts to the next level.